American luxury has become a scam. China is building SUVs that float on water and launch their own drones, and they cost half as much as a Cadillac. In a few minutes, you will learn about every most advanced SUV that humiliate Cadillac, Lincoln, and even Tesla. But you have to stick around for two cars with features that defy the laws of physics. Meet the Zeekr 7X, the actual Tesla killer. For years, the Model Y was the king. However, the Zeekr didn't just come for the king, it came to bury him. To the naked eye, the Tesla looks like a melted bar of soap next to this thing. The Zeekr rocks the Stargate panel, a massive interactive screen that literally draws emojis to pedestrians. And if we talk about the design, seamless. In fact, they deleted the window molding entirely, so the glass meets the metal perfectly flush. But the real violence is in the charging. In a Tesla, you're stuck at a supercharger for approximately 30 minutes. In contrast, the Zeekr uses golden battery tech. You go from 10% to 80% in just 10.5 minutes. Literally, by the time you order coffee, the car is ready to cover over 400 to 500 kilometers. That's a road trip from LA to Vegas without breaking a sweat. We're talking about 636 horsepower, a built-in fridge, and massage seats that literally massage you to sleep. Whereas, what do we get in the Tesla? A screen and some cup holders. The price is roughly $35,000 in China. That's $15,000 less than a Tesla for a car that charges twice as fast. At number 11, we have the Avatr 11. And honestly, this is where the list takes a hard left turn into sci-fi. Think of this brand as a super team. Chang'an actually builds it, CATL supplies the power, and Huawei provides the brains. To the naked eye, it looks less like an SUV and more like an alien artifact. The design is terrifyingly clean. In fact, check out the rear window. It's an upright, tiny slot that looks more like a limousine than an SUV. And honestly, it's mostly for style because you can't see a thing out of it. That's why it relies entirely on high-def cameras and a digital mirror to see what's behind you. However, compare that to a BMW X6. The BMW looks like a relic from the 2000s. But the feature that stops traffic is the halo screen under the windshield. It actually talks to the outside world. It can say hello or display charging stats to pedestrians. Inside, you've got the Vortex, a glowing cone that pulses like a beating heart. The price for this fashion-forward alien pod is about $48,000 in China, whereas the BMW X6 costs double that, and it still relies on glass windows. Now at number 10, we have the NIO EL8, known as the ES8 in China. But let's be real, this isn't a car. It is a first-class Emirates suite that happens to move. The hook here isn't just the speed, it's the executive console. And here is the embarrassing comparison. In a Cadillac Escalade, you get plastic cup holders. In the NIO, you get a smart fridge that responds to voice commands. You say, "Hey Nomi, I'm thirsty," and the motorized door glides open to reveal a chilled bottle. It feels less like driving and more like being served. Visually, it is the most elegant car on this list. Pure liquid metal. The LiDAR sensors are blended so smoothly into the roof that they look like a haircut, not a tumor. But the interior is where it humiliates the West. The seats feature a hot stone massage mode. To be clear, it uses advanced pneumatic pressure and heat to simulate the sensation of hot stones perfectly. And the price for this private jet on wheels starts around $80,000. A similarly equipped Range Rover is double that. Honestly, it's just embarrassing for us at this point. Number 9 is the Tank 700. And yes, that is its actual name. It's not subtle, and honestly, it doesn't want to be. If a Mercedes G-Wagon and a Decepticon had a baby, this is what you'd get. Now, let's look at the math. A G63 AMG cost you $200,000. Alternatively, the Tank 700 costs $60,000. To put it simply, the Tank looks at that price tag and laughs. It features a mecha-style design with flared arches that look like they could smash through a brick wall. However, under the hood, it's a plug-in hybrid V6, pushing 516 horsepower and a bone-crushing 800 Newton-meters of torque. It hits 0 to 60 in just 5 seconds flat. Visibly, it's a 3-ton brick, but it moves like a sports car. Inside, it even has a starry sky roof lining that I guess copied directly from Rolls-Royce Pixel 4 Pixel. You keep $140,000 in your pocket and still look like a warlord. After knowing this, seriously, one question is on my mind. Why are we still buying G-Wagons? At number 8, we have the car that proves Silicon Valley has lost the war. This is Xiaomi's new SUV, officially named the YU7, with the codename MX-11. While Apple spent 10 years building nothing, a phone company built a car that hunts Porsches. On the surface, it's not just an SUV, it's a Ferrari utility vehicle. The resemblance to the Ferrari Purosangue is undeniable. In fact, it is one of the most aerodynamic SUVs in history, with a drag coefficient of just 0.245, slicing through the air like a hot knife. But the killer feature is the ecosystem. Forget dashboard screens, the integration is seamless. You sit down, and your phone is already mirrored on the main display. Genuinely, it makes CarPlay look like Windows 95. It also features a massive augmented reality head-up display that projects navigation arrows and blind spot warnings onto the asphalt in 3D. And the performance? The top-spec Max version hits 0 to 60 in roughly 3 seconds. A Porsche Macan Turbo is slower and costs twice as much. The Xiaomi is expected to start around $35,000 in China. That is the price of a generic Toyota RAV4. Literally, I'm actually offended by the competition at this point. Number 7 is the Poleston's 01. This is the ultimate bug-out vehicle. The price? $48,000. And for less than the price of a boring Ford Explorer, you get a Michelin star kitchen in your trunk. I am not exaggerating. You swing open the rear gate and folded inside is a fully integrated induction stove, a water dispenser, and storage for your knives and bowls. Literally, you can cook a steak dinner off the back of your car while parked by a lake. It was designed by Pininfarina, the same legend who drew Ferraris. Yet it looks like a Land Rover Defender that learned to cook. It's boxy, rugged, and screams adventure. It has a maximum climbing angle of 45 degrees. That means it can drive up a 100% grade slope, the same as a Mercedes G-Wagon. It also has a wading depth of 700 millimeters, so it swims through rivers just as well as it climbs mountains. Under the metal, it's an EREV. You get electric smoothness, but a gas generator extends the range to over 1,100 kilometers. You could drive into the wilderness, camp for a week using the car's power to run your kitchen, and drive home without ever plugging in. My pickup truck cost more than this, and it doesn't even make me a sandwich. At number 6, we have the YangWang U8. And get this, it costs roughly $55,000. A Land Rover Defender with these specs is over $110,000. It is literally half price. So is it cheap? No, it's a spaceship. It uses the DMO platform with nearly 740 horsepower. But the secret weapon is the Denza's P suspension. This isn't just air ride, it's active hydraulic fluid that scans the road 500 times a second. You know that photo of a Defender struggling up a steep rock face? The YangWang U8 eats that for breakfast. In fact, it has a dedicated mountain mode that makes 45-degree climbs look like a driveway. It doesn't just drive over obstacles, it erases them. Inside, you have a 17.3-inch floating screen and seats that vibrate to the beat of your music. It even connects to Huawei's satellite network, so you can text from the middle of the desert when your iPhone has 0 bars. The number 5 is the 80M9. And honestly, listen to this carefully. This car has a movie theater built into its face. I promise I am not making this up. The headlights contain a 100-inch projector. Literally, you can park in front of a white wall at a campsite, pull out a controller, and play video games using your headlights as the projector. It is the ultimate party trick. But the interior is where it gets ridiculous. A 32-inch cinema screen physically descends from the roof for the rear passengers. To the naked eye, it's like being in a private jet. While you watch Netflix, the front passenger seat folds flat into a zero-gravity bed. The price for this rolling cinema? $65,000. What is most disturbing is that we pay that for a mid-spec Jeep Grand Cherokee. Honestly, it makes me want to scream. At number 4, we have the Dad Mobile from the year 3000, the Li Auto L9 Ultra. This car doesn't care about 0 to 60 times. It cares about keeping your kids quiet. It features not one, but two 15.7-inch OLED screens in the front and a massive screen on the roof for the back. But you don't touch them, you just point. It has 3 DTOF sensors that track your fingers in the air. You point at a movie, drag it to the screen, and it plays. It's like pure magic, isn't it? The second row features the Queen seat. It has an electric leg rest, heating, ventilation, and a spa-grade 16-point massage. It also has a fridge that can keep baby formula warm or beer cold. The price for this ultimate family fortress is $63,000. Try finding a 6-seater German SUV with a fridge and gesture control for under $100,000. I must say good luck. Okay, brace yourselves. Number 3 is where reality breaks. This is the Dongfeng M-Hero 917. If the apocalypse starts tomorrow, this is the car you want. To the naked eye, it looks like a military bunker on wheels, with sharp angles that look like they were carved with a machete. However, the party trick here is strictly illegal in the laws of physics. It has crab mode. The rear wheels turn the same direction as the front, so the car can drive diagonally. Literally, you can parallel park by just sliding sideways, but wait, it gets dumber. You can spec this car with an actual drone dock on the roof. You press a button, the roof opens, and a drone launches. It follows you, films your off-road trip, and then lands back on the moving car to charge. It has 1,088 horsepower and weighs 7,000 pounds. The price for this apocalypse tank with its own Air Force? $90,000. The Hummer EV costs more and doesn't have a drone. Honestly, why do we accept less? At number 2, we have the new king, the Denza N9. This car makes a Range Rover autobiography look like a rental. It is massive, 5.3 meters long. But under the hood, it packs a tri-motor setup with over 900 horsepower. Basically, it's a family SUV with Bugatti power. It hits 60 in under 4 seconds. But speed isn't the point. Comfort is. It features the anti-dizziness system. They realize that fast EVs make people sick, so this car uses its active suspension to counteract the G-forces that cause nausea. It keeps the cabin perfectly stable so you can read or sleep while the driver launches it. The interior has a smart fridge that holds 6 bottles of champagne and God's eye sensors that see everything. The price? Rumors are confirmed at roughly $65,000. A base Chevy Tahoe is $60,000. Honestly, this is a 900 horsepower spaceship for the same money. Here it is, the boss, the car that broke the internet, the YangWang U8. Why is it number 1? Because it does something no other car in history can do. It floats. I'm not joking. If you drive into a deep lake, the car automatically seals the cabin, opens the sunroof for an escape route, and floats for 30 minutes. It can even drive on water at 3 kilometers per hour by spinning its wheels. On land, it does the tank turn. It spins 360 degrees in one spot. It has 1,200 horsepower. It has a red leather interior that smells like money. This isn't just a car, it's an engineering flex that screams, "We are better than you." The price is the highest on the list at $150,000, but a G-Wagon is $200,000, and it sinks like a rock. Honestly, this is the ultimate destroyer. So look, we can keep making jokes about cheap cars if we want, but while we're laughing, they are building 1,000 horsepower tanks with drones and floating modes. The game isn't changing, the game is over. Drop your number 1 in the comments. Smash that like button if you think the US needs to wake up, and I'll see you in the next one.